Right, hello from snowy northern British Columbia. We actually have not had very much snow at all this year, so I was really excited to see it snowing this morning, and I hurried out here to a bee yard to check things out before it turns to rain, which is coming up. So I borrowed an infrared camera from, it's actually our local library, has an amazing library of things, and so I took this out for a few days to check out our hives. But I am skeptical. You know, I see all of the images on social media of people looking at their hives, and you can see a really clear cluster. I don't expect to see that because we have all of our hives wrapped, either in the black bee cozies, which provide a lot of insulation, or in this reflective hot water tank wrap, which reflects a lot of heat. So I'm not sure what I'm going to see with this, but we will take a look and we'll see if we can kind of interpret what I'm seeing. All right, so first of all, I do see a really obvious difference between these foil wrapped ones in the foreground where I'm not seeing too much heat, you know, a little bit of evidence around the lid and the bottom entrances, enough to make me feel like these are alive. A bit more heat in that one, that's nice. But then look at those black wrapped ones, are just smoking back there. But I wonder if it's some kind of play, you know, with the absorption of heat. It's not sunny out, they're not absorbing a whole lot of sunlight, but I'm just kind of skeptical that it's bees producing that big temperature difference. If you have experience with these infrared cameras, I would be very interested to hear what you have to say. I guess let's look around and see if there are any that are not putting out heat, because that would confirm that it's a dead hive and not just that we're seeing some kind of weird reflection. Well, of those three, the middle one's looking a little light, but that's oh, look at that. Interesting. That red hive right there doesn't have anything in it, and yet it's showing up as heat on the black parts. So I suspect that what I am seeing from these hives wrapped in bee cozies is not heat generated by bees. All right, so after some playing around, I've decided that this thing does not work with the wraps on unless you go right up to the entrance and like shoot it in the entrance, or to check on one that I figured was dead, I like slid the bottom board out and shot up, and that definitely confirmed that that hive was dead. So yeah, as I look around, I'll show you here what it looks like on three hives where the middle one is dead, but from the outside they're showing the same on here. So here are these three hives, 1, 2, 3. They all look identical except the middle one is dead. So definitely is not working with the bee cozies on. But if I go right up to an entrance here and kind of shoot down in to the entrance, I can watch that temperature creep hotter. Oh, this is hard to do with the camera in my hand, but there you go. You can see it's getting up into the teens. This is Celsius, so considerably warmer if you're Fahrenheit. But that tells me that there is life in this one. On this bench, we've got one of each. This doesn't have any wrap on it because it's actually dead. It was dead in the fall. The bubble wrap and the bee cozy. So there we go, bee cozy. Bubble wrap is hardly showing. Well, look, this guy looks hot, and I know there's nothing in there. I just popped the lid to make sure it wasn't a mouse or something. But it's still showing up, and I think it's because it's painted dark, and so that black is absorbing whatever ambient heat is around, and I'm picking it up on this. So I checked, those two are good, but I had to kind of do the gun in the entrance. That one is showing up. This thing is very deceiving. Interesting little experiment. I won't be buying one of these. Just doesn't work with wraps on. I didn't get the pretty pictures that I wanted to because I see them on Instagram all the time. But I guess I did come away knowing that most of these hives, all but one, are alive at this yard.